Today, we're jumping into The Last Kingdom. This is season 3, episode 9. We are finally back with another Last Kingdom reaction. It's been a while. Heidi-ho, Winslow. We're going to be jumping right into this, guys. No intro needed. We have one more episode to go, and then we're going to be going into season 4. I think there's only, there's only 2 more seasons after this, so we're going to be wrapping up The Last Kingdom, and that will be another one of my shows that I've been watching forever, and then I'll be focusing on my short content on Netflix, on Amazon, and Hulu. As you know, when they do those mini series and stuff like that, if there is a show that has more than 1 season that I would dive into, it would be like a poppin' show. It would be a show that everybody needs. But I don't think there is any. I think that we covered a lot, like the top tier type shows. So we're gonna be jumping into this, guys. As always, it's going to be a full reaction for my 2nd and 3rd tier here on the YouTube platform, as well as my other platform, Patreon. So guys, please sign up to one of those platforms and help support the channel today. Now, I'm a reactor, guys. Duh. So I need to react to things. With that being said, let's jump into The Last Kingdom and find out exactly what The Last Kingdom has got to give.
It is a chronicle. It will include my life as king, from the moment of my brother's death until now, none of which will mention Uhtred of Edinburgh.
Men will remember what I've done.
The act of committing ink to parchment gives a deed permanence.
If it is not burnt.
They will know nothing of the Lord Uhtred, nor of your loyalty, advice, bravery.
Who told you wish to speak?
Why grant me that wish?
To say one thing, it would be that I could never have killed you. I'd have beaten you gladly. But I would never be the man who killed Alfred, King of Saxons. I would not want such a deed written. Besides, I've earned my place in these pages.
It will not be written that Alfred did stand on Uhtred's shoulders, but I know it to be true. Do you believe I could end your life?
No.
You are an outlaw.
You cannot kill me, just as I cannot kill you.
My sword is heavy. There is wine in the jug, if you would pour it.
The first time I'm not talking.
Saying may God protect them, but God often works through men. He has worked through you in the past, I know it.
I am heathen, Lord.
You are baptized.
I believe in the old gods.
My death will bring the devil in some men to the fore. Even good men will be tempted by greed. They sit in my hall as we speak. They eat my food, they drink my wine and ale. God help them.
Should you not cover that wound? I find it ugly, off-putting.
I see it as a reminder of my loyalty to the crown. As an ealdorman are unpredictable beasts, and we are in uncertain times.
I sincerely hope that you are drunk.
He claims his bastard children to be legitimate. Edward has been married once before. Certainly should have been told, as you are a most powerful ally.
And to remind you that your place is not at this table.
It has been a pleasure speaking with you, Lord. Pardon my eye.
I don't know why they don't kill him.
Winchester.
There is a sense of unrest at this table.
Have a messenger return to Mercia. I would like the comfort of further hearthguards.
That is not necessary.
King is where, Beoka? His chamber?
He is resting, lady. That is all I know.
Mention to Lord Ethelhelm that you fear Uhtred Ragnarsson is nearby. He's here for revenge. If that is the truth we shall continue to tell.
But I would like to understand why you brought my children to Winchester.
It was done to damn you. To inflict pain. Possibly making your children was not a rational decision. It was thoughtless. It was selfish. You are not the best of fathers.
I was not allowed to be their father. I'm banished.
I did not give you the respect nor trust that you deserve. I am afraid, but of losing everything that Wessex has become, everything that is England must emerge, and God must be praised. We cannot go on building walls between the tribes. Similarly, we cannot be overrun. That would render my time as worthless.
Lord, I was told you were resting. You'd say that if he were to set foot in Wessex once more, he would be executed.
Now I have other words to say.
Understand why you invite our enemies to eat at our table.
Oh my God.
First Ethelwald, and now him.
My dear, you have been invited to leave us.
And you will do what? I will not have it.
Aelswith, you will leave us. He is angry because I am dying.
If this man dies right now, I
Like
swear.
me, my wife is afraid of this, of what will be written from this day on.
What comes next, Lord, is life. It continues. It always will. You have had your time. Soon it will be the turn of others. God, or the gods, they will decide.
It's a powerful scene.
My last act for my God must be to ensure that good men hold power, and that is why you are here, in this room.
I would like guards placed in every corridor of the palace. The outlaw Uhtred is here.
Mother, you seem concerned.
Is the worry of a celebration? Nothing more. Truth is, we are living in different and dangerous times. You will need all of your resolve. Smile.
It seems just yesterday I gave Edward over to you as a dying infant, and I gave him to you and to his house.
Who?
I wish to give over to you my son for a second time, and for the same reason as the first, to ensure he lives. That you remain in Winchester until he is crowned.
I'm an outlaw, Lord.
No longer. You are hereby pardoned.
In addition, I agree to remain in Winchester.
You are pardoned regardless of your decision. If beyond that door my wife has summoned guards, which is likely, I will dismiss them. I have made my peace.
Thank you, Lord.
Uhtred, the true Lord of Pebble, I have never understood. But without whom I would not die a king.
What? Lord, I did not dispatch the messenger.
Lord.
Why bring men south now when the Danes must soon be readying themselves for battle?
You were disobeying me, as I've noticed your soft eyes for my wife. Do not fall under her spell. The day that Alfred dies, I shall become King of Mercia. That very day, we'll send for further guards, 50 or more, immediately.
Should be under first, woman. With me.
Oh.
You sent Ethelwald to kill Uhtred.
I sent him to Winchester to sow unrest.
Men are saying freely it was him who killed Ragnar. Was it him?
Truthfully, I do not know. Once he has served his purpose, I will kill him.
Was it him?
He was in fear of Ragnar. That is all I know.
Then he's mine to kill. When battle comes, he must be protected. He's mine.
Very well. Dane who? Say it.
I am of two peoples.
I am of two peoples. That doesn't make sense, does it?
I wish to live in peace.
You are a Dane.
My apologies, Tiedeman's head is hollow.
My head is fine. If you wish to torment her, then do it where you cannot be seen. Uhtred has been pardoned.
He is in Winchester.
Did I not say I could smell him? He cannot be allowed to ally himself to Edward. Edward would be the easier of the two to kill.
Outside.
You speak of is treachery.
No, it is not treachery, it is the way.
Alfred will be gone much sooner even than 1 month. It will be days.
They don't recognize?
Edward has a face like a woman's ass, and that you are here only to kill him.
Tura? Tura, I'm quite capable. She's my wife.
Yes, but do you have a temper?
Are you Tiedemann? I asked, are you Tiedemann? I'm looking for a man named Tiedemann. Does the coward belong to you?
He does not. I'm not a coward.
Speak to or go near my wife again, and I shall beat the shit from you.
Oh, well said. Do you speak to me as a man or a priest?
Answer your question! She's a woman. A gentle woman. She suffered enough. I'm calm. I am calm now.
Stay down!
This rotten air that fills Winchester is due to you and the likes of you. England is a land for all tribes who wish to settle and live in peace. Your father would be ashamed of you.
The priest does not like me.
No man likes you, Ethelwald. Your soul is as scarred as your face. Why are you here? You still dream you can be king.
It is my home and I will not move. Come inside and sit with me. Let me convince you I am for Wessex.
Lord Sigebrecht. You stand with Ethelwald.
Exactly do you stand, Lord, may I ask? Is it with Edward?
Stood beside you in a shield wall. He is barely a man.
That he was a man to follow.
I say again, Edward is not Alfred. He is not a man to follow. I am for Wessex.
Lord, you did not answer my question. Where does Uhtred stand?
You just wanted to know or find out.
He is to stand with Edward. What then?
They must die.
Why was I not told that Edward had been married previously? These children. have standing at all?
The marriage is the past. The children are bastards, I can assure you.
These children also did not exist. If they were truly nothing more than rumor.
How are you listening to church music and talk about killing kids?
I struggle to understand the king's thinking. You neither appreciate his trust nor deserve it.
Shut up.
The king is a clever man. You are not. I'm not an enemy of the king.
With Alfred, that might be acceptable. He is more than your equal, but Edward is not.
I have been told by Aelswith, no less, that you are not to wander the palace corridors without a guard.
I'm not a husband. I'm not Uhtred of Cookham. Not Uhtred of Bebenbow. I'm not even an outlaw anymore.
I would say you're each and all of those men. Especially the outlaw, as you'll never conform. The only thing you're not is cursed. You're a free man. Your path is your own.
Then I choose you as my greatest friend.
I love her.
Abbess and a warrior. The abbess has me shackled, lady. I'm her prisoner.
Be sure to wash your hands.
To this before someone picks up a sword.
Just a little while longer. They need the taste of blood.
We need them to fight the Saxons.
Which will be soon, Heston, my friend.
Oh, is the king gonna die in this episode?
Are you here? Is it my sickness?
To tell you that I will remain in Winchester until Edward is crowned king.
Invest him in the history of Wessex. Bind him and his wealth.
Yes, give me, but there is one matter that concerns me greatly. Uhtred. Pardoning the outlaw, you have opened the door to him becoming Edward's advisor. I know this is your intention, but it is wrong.
Necessary.
Edward cannot be God's king, and England cannot be God's country. It is a pagan who guides him and us. He is an outlaw.
Oh, he died.
Lord King.
That's the last moment you have with him.
Is with God now. Of that there can be no doubt.
Cannot be gone. His work is not finished. Where is the one united land? That was his purpose.
He will have been comforted that you were with him, lady, at the last.
I will tell his children, but that is all.
He was loved by the people. They will want to grieve. His people must be told.
I'm afraid he's gone.
But his spirit is within us.
He was sickly. But he was here. And now he is not.
And you, Lord King, heaven shall be your reward.
I did not love him for quite some time. And then, without being aware of why, I realized that I did love him. I knew that without me, he could not be the king that God demanded. I visited the Holy Father in Rome. Did you know?
Oh, yeah.
And life passes so quickly. Edward, you shall fetch Father Beoka. We shall prepare for the first day. My husband appreciated your loyalty, advice, and your faith in him. You were the king's priest, and as such, you no longer have a role. Bishop Erkenwald has agreed that you may speak at the king's service, but that must be your final duty within the palace. You are bonded with heathens, Father Beoka. You are, and you shall always be, a protector of Uhtred. You will tell your friend Uhtred that his pardon is to be rescinded.
The letter's written in the king's hand.
A man cannot threaten to kill a king and go unpunished.
Danes will hear about it and it will embolden them. Your son Edward is not yet a commander.
God is with us, and we shall win.
I will not leave Winchester. I cannot.
You can and you must.
Not until Edward is king.
The promise of the pardon does not hold, then you cannot stay and wait to be imprisoned and killed.
For Ragnar's blood, he has a task to fulfill. The blood must be kept safe. Battle is coming. You must choose a side.
The problem being is neither side wants him.
Is why Alfred asked you for what appeared to be a simple promise.
Bastard thinks.
Oh, Uhtred is just there. These people are such...
The king is dead, and so together we pray for his soul and for his successor, Edward. May God surround him with strength and wisdom. Amen.
Orders to kill you, should you not leave the hall quietly.
What is this?
Fit in. Do nothing.
What? He followed her?
Do not think I am afraid of you.
Come on, girl. You used to kill people with dogs. Get it together. She's underneath the...
That is where you belong. In a hole.
Well, so my reaction to this episode was I was pretty quiet. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty quiet because the beginning, the intro, and everything that dealt with the king was very touching, was very moving, and was very powerful between the king and Uhtred, the son of Uhtred. But then I got super angry, and I felt like it's better that I just shut up and watch the show than try to give you my reaction and talk all through it. What I wanted to do was curse and scream. So Father Bjorka, I don't know if it's the actor for me, but he sometimes drives, like not all the time, it's not all the time, but sometimes he drives me in and out of the scenes. I don't know, he just kind of irritates me. And it's not all the time, but like in this episode, he kind of bothered me sometimes. Then the wife, as much as I disagree with what she was doing, and I thought I was gonna get angry at her and like start getting really vicious, I expected it. I knew it was going to happen. I wish that the king put some safeguards against her and like diminished her power. Like, he didn't even have to tell her, but just have writing, because he knew that the wife was gonna do this. So unless there's some bigger plan that I don't know of, this was seen. This was expected. This was going to happen. And now I'm just really curious. The only person that could override her is going to be Edward once he becomes king, I'm assuming. The daughter and Edward both seemed they seemed upset, maybe because they knew the father was dying for a while. So that happens in reality, in real life. Like if you know somebody's really sick, when they finally pass, sometimes, depending on the person, it doesn't hit them as hard because they've been going through the grieving process while the person was suffering. So maybe that's what it was. There was something, once again, all these names sound very similar, but the king's nephew is a really good character. Although he's supposed to be the villain at this moment, I really do enjoy him. I've enjoyed him since he stepped on the scene. I really do. I like him with no eye. I like what he's doing. I like that he's causing all this chaos and mayhem. I just really do like it. The Vikings or / Danes seem to be less of a threat at this moment. There's a lot of in-house fighting, and I feel like in this episode, their scenes were kind of pointless. There was really no need for them to be here, other than just to remind us that they are there. Besides that, we could have just heard their names and been like, okay, yeah, cool. But they didn't add anything to this episode. This episode was carried by Uhtred and Alfred. I know that people said by the end of this, I was going to love him or really like Alfred. although I do agree with everything in this scene, or the scenes that he was in, my overall outtake of Alfred in this series, in this show, I still don't like him. So I guess everybody was wrong. Psych! I just don't really like him. I feel like so much could have been. I understand he's very smart. I understand what he was doing. I understood the moves. But if he wasn't always playing a game and one up, I feel like if he just did this and said what he said in the beginning with Uhtred, as you can see, Uhtred was taking it and he was getting emotional. Or maybe, yeah, I feel like that it could have happened so much differently, and progress would have been made. But then people could argue and say, well, if he didn't do this, Uhtred would have appreciated him saying what he said. Okay, whatever. Appreciation. At the end of this episode, Uhtred was locked in a cage. So, yeah, I feel like if he was just a little bit more open and didn't do all the games, we wouldn't be in this predicament. And now we got so much going on. What is I can't remember Ragnar's sister's name. What is her name? Whatever her name is, the one who's underneath this floor. I was like, girl, you forgot that you were like a vicious. You were killing people with dogs. Like, you were out of control. You were on your vicious game behind those bars. I wish that she, like, you know, PTSD reverted back to that guy tormenting her. She reverted back to that instead of being like, you know, running around, and then you finally killed the man when he was on top, and now you can't get out. So, and now the whole house is on fire, so now you're homeless. Yeah, and if you make it, I'm pretty sure she's gonna live. But damn, I wish you killed him outside, sis. Nobody was around. But regardless, we are where we are. I would rate this episode a 9 out of 10, just because of Uhtred and Alfred carrying the whole episode. They did really emotional scenes, and I swear to God, if I wasn't so tired and I wasn't so dehydrated, you guys would have probably seen me falling all over the place, crying hysterically, because the scenes were very touching and very moving, and I really did enjoy it. So that's my review, and I really can't wait to wrap up this season. We have one more episode to go. We'll probably do that next week sometime. With that being said, if you see interaction, realize you are not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, so please like and share this content because it is wonders for this channel. And I'll see you all next time on Andres El Rey.